Hi guys, welcome to the vlog. I am Stacey, if you don't know me, if you're new. This is just a little recap of my week. It's the middle of April, and I went out and about today. I went to the bookstore and I drove around out on Camino for a little while. Just needed some fresh air. Went to a park, took a walk. Didn't film any of it, didn't think about it, honestly. I was stressing about going out and about to paint out in nature. I haven't done that in a long time. So I just didn't pick up the phone to record much of anything today. I have recorded. And I did go and see the kids, and I honestly don't remember how much I've shared since my last vlog, but the last few weekends have been me just kind of hanging out with the kids and doing art things. I'm not working a lot of overtime. They kind of reined that in a little bit, which is great. But I did go to Wit's End, which is a teensy little bookstore. Spent some money. Teensy little bookstore here in town. And a little thing in here, Saturday, May 31st. Oh, they're going to be at a fair in Everett Arena. Maybe I'll go to that. That'd be fun. I'll leave that over there. But I bought a couple things. I don't remember if I shared with you guys that I bought this set. And I did talk about it in a little bit, like touch base, but it's a trilogy and they're like dragon adventure stories. Not, they're supposed to be smut-free, mostly adventure, which I love. Sci-fi adventure, dragon adventure, magic adventure, coming of age, coming into yourself. Those kind of tales are really up my alley. So I got this set. Let's see if I can hold them side by side without dropping them. Not effectively. So there's the first two, and then this is that one. The covers are amazing, and each book, I don't think I unboxed these with you guys. Astrid was here, and I think I unboxed them with her. Each book came with a bookmark with character art, and then a little print, there we go, of the cover art, which I thought was cool. And the cover's just really beautiful. Really, really beautifully done. So each one of these came with that, and of course a thank you card for the purchase. So that's Firesight, and this is Stormsight. I think it's Firesight. Is it I gotta look now. Oh, this is book 3. So I'll show them to you in order. Firesight, Frostsight, and with Frostsight we got, and I don't know the characters at all. I haven't even read the synopsis for the books. I just saw the covers and on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I love dragon stories. I'll get those. You know, support a creative person. Look at that cover. Isn't that cool? I love it. These are by Jessica Dean Norris. I bought this set through her site. This is the bookmark for this book. And then, of course, the cover, which is super cool. So I got this set to read, and I like a good action story, so I'm gonna dig into these. Currently reading Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. Is that how you say his last name? Yeah. I'm only like 2 chapters in, right? Yeah, I'm 5 chapters in. I'm in chapter 5. But so far it's a good story. I haven't run into a dragon yet, but it's a good story so far. And then, I don't know if I shared with you, but I finally picked up Onyx Storm, which is the 3rd book in this series, by Rebecca Yarros. I really liked the first 2 books. The first book was great. The second book was good. I'm hoping this book is great. I think this is the last one in the series. I think this wraps it up. Like, she's just doing a trilogy. If anybody knows otherwise, let me know. You know what I would like with books? that have epic landscapes and big worlds. A map you can unfold, like a map of the world that you can actually unfold, like a big one, and see, and like hang it up while you're reading the story, so you can see where everything is at a glance. Because look at that. I might scan this and print it. We'll see. I love a good map. I think maps are great. And the cover of the book itself is just black with gold, which is fine. I don't mind. I usually take the cover off. Does anybody else do that? Take the little paper sleeve off while you're reading the book so it doesn't get damaged. Maybe I'll laminate it. It really bothers me that it can get damaged. At any rate, today, while I was at, there are a couple more books on my list that I want to read. And when I was at Wits End, I got some sage because I'm out. I got one is rosemary, and one is can't tell. I forgot what the other one is. I got two different kinds. I need to bless the house. And then I found this sketchbook, which for those of you who know that this is an art channel, and you know, you're not new and haven't just run across this. This is cute. I thought it was cute. It was 12 bucks. 100 sheets of paper, acid free, a heavyweight, perforated. It's about 90 weight, I would say. But it's perforated, and it's a cute book. I thought it was adorable. Just says sketchbook on the bottom, and I like the colorful stuff on the front. Excuse me, it's the Creative Expert Sketchbook. 8 by 10, 100 sheets, acid-free, fine-tooth surface. Oh, 140 GSM, heavyweight. And the edges are perforated. So if you do a piece of drawing or art in here that you want to sell, you can just slice it out. So 12 bucks, not bad. Wits End, this is the store. It's down here in town. If you're interested in looking it up. If you're in this area. I got, these books have been on my radar, and they were at the bookstore, so I grabbed them. It's book 1 and 2. Maiden Monster Martyr by Rachel Gillig. One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. The book talkers say these are good stories, so I'm interested. Once again, magic, mystery, lore, witch lore, that kind of thing. And I like that kind of story. She has a monster within her that intrigues me. So these are that. And then, does anybody remember this? Does this ping anybody's artistic brain or just your memory? They made it into a cartoon. I don't remember who made it into a cartoon. It was so beautifully done. And I saw this book at the store, and I remember that I wanted to get this little video cartoon on DVD so that I could have it. But there's a little something on the book. There we go. I love the book. It's got a little binding, and the art in the book is really beautiful. I think it looks like a sketchbook, and I like the calligraphy throughout, and the story, the way the story it's written. It's not typed. It's yeah, I remember that I really like this story. Yeah. Look at that. And cute. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. The book is dedicated to his lovely mom and wonderful dog Dill. Aww. But I just think this book is beautiful. The end papers are gorgeous. There's an actual song. And look how simple the drawing is. But it's so sweet. It's so sweet. The story is a little heartbreaking, and sweet. It's about friendship. Isn't it pretty? I can't wait to dig in and read this. When I saw it at the store, and I was like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I loved that story. Kind of like Corduroy Bear and the Velveteen Rabbit. Peter Rabbit. I actually got Beatrix Potter, my Beatrix Potter books over there. And I have all of the little Beatrix Potter books that my kids used to get when they went to the library. They had the little ones. Here, let me grab one and I'll show you. Oopsie. Hold on, I made a mess. Okay. So I got these little books. Do you remember these? Did you take your kids to the library and like when they actually had books in the library? The last time I went to the library, there were very few books, like actual books, and lots of digital media, which is fine. I'm not dissing the library. I'm just, yeah, it was a little disappointing because I was super excited to go into the library and sift through books because I love the library. But I should check. I'm gonna check the library out here in town. If it's open, I might go tomorrow. That's actually a really good idea because I have an art class that I'm gonna go to there. I joined a mixed media art class. It's free. It's 2 hours once a month on Wednesdays, and I missed it last time because work just wouldn't stop. But I'm not missing it this time. So it's the 26th. It's a Wednesday from 4 to 6, which is a good time to go. So I need to check out the library. I don't know where it is. I know it's down in town, but yeah, so there's that. But aren't these cute little books? I love Beatrix Potter. There's 23 in the set. And they're pretty long stories. Some of them are long, some of them are cute and short. But, you know, there's her art, which I think is sweet. All watercolor from what I understand. Super sweet. The very first book, Peter Rabbit, is pretty long. And everybody knows Peter Rabbit, right? There are 23. The original Peter Rabbit books are these little dudes. And this book is 69 pages. But I mean, for the most part, the type on the page is just little. Some of it is a little longer. But I mean, it's a pretty quick read, and each page has a little bit of art. So there's a bit of story and a bit of art on each page, which I think is so wonderful. And these are the titles, in case you're interested. If you can see that at all. But I loved these stories, and they're nostalgic for me. So I got the set, which I think was $78 on Amazon for the entire set, which is expensive, but if I could get the kids to sit down and shut up, I would love to read these to them. So this one, I think Gloria would really like this one. I don't know if the older kids would be interested in hearing these stories or reading them, but I like them, so I got them. And I also have the Art of Beatrix Potter book. I believe Steve Mitchell, Mind to Watercolor is his channel. He has a beautiful channel. Just had a video with citing this book. I'm going to take the sleeve off of it so you can see the actual cover that they put together. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. And it is packed full of her art. Look at the... See, I like the attention to detail in a book. Like the cover pages are gorgeous. And then it is just packed full of her art. And I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But I didn't know like she had done landscapes and interiors. And yeah. Yeah, so oh, I want this book. I haven't been able to find it. It might be out of print, but I want this book. I've been looking for it. But I really, really would love to have that book. it's her art as well. So I got this to thumb through and read, and I have too many books to read now. And then I got these. Look how fun! I'm so excited! I don't know if I showed you guys these. I think I got them and just popped them on the shelf. I left them on the bar, thinking I would leaf through them regularly, but I don't. But this is basically like creatures, and this one is Animals, Real and Imagined is the title. And I mean, guys, how cool is this book? Look at that. So this is another one to leaf through and do like practice sketches from. Yeah, I really like it. I think it's cool, and I like the breakdowns and thought patterns and anatomy and the comparison of animals. I really like both of these. These are by Terrell Whitlatch. Is that how you say it? It's right here. There you go. And the title. This is the second book. Principles of Creature Design, Creating Imaginary Animals. I mean, beautiful. Am I right? Can you see that? I think it's great. Like all the sketches with how he came up, the thought patterns behind creating the creatures. Invaluable. Yes. Glorious. Glorious. Creating worlds. This is like a horse, kangaroo, deer mix. And you see all the different animals in that creature. So I got these two to look through as well, and I finally resubscribed to ImagineFX. If you don't know, ImagineFX is a really fantastic art magazine. I'm knocked up over again. They're right here. If I could just grab them. I'm knocking stuff over. Fabulous magazine. Fabulous. And these are monthly. I like this one too. I haven't subscribed to this one, but I like this one as well. Beautiful art, art by, interviews with artists, how they come about, their processes. This is digital art. I got that one, but I subscribed to the actual, this is their annual one. So I look for this every year and I just buy the copy. I have this one. I have two more in storage in New York, so I don't want to repurchase past ones. I think I remember the ones that I have, but I'm not quite sure. Whoopsie. But they're packed, you guys, with gorgeous art and interviews, art by, some step-by-step, there's some step-by-step lessons as well for digital artists. See? Like, not perfectly step-by-step, but basic how-tos, a beginner's guide to using black ink. Look at that. That is this piece of art. And they teach you like steps on how to create that art. And some are interviews, and it's all different kinds of artists. And the ones that I like are like the look into a sketchbook, like, and how they came about their thought process on creatures and design and their stories. And I just think it's super amazing. Super amazing. I mean, look at these guys. This is the artist. And these are artists in the industry, like they're working in the industry. So on video games and video game design and stories, movies, animation. How cool is that? Oops, it's glaring. He's cool looking. Yeah. And there was one that I saw that was strictly Star Wars stuff, which would be pretty cool to have. This one is the art school. I subscribe to this one, I believe, as well, which I believe is also monthly. I have two coming, two monthly Imagine FX magazines coming. This one and the digital arts one. Those are both monthly magazines, and I should be getting my first ones next month. These are ones that I bought at Barnes & Noble. I didn't even know this magazine existed until I was in Barnes & Noble with Chris one day, and we were just futzing about, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna look at the art magazines. You know, the Artist, Pastel Art Magazine, Watercolor Magazine. Those, your typical magazines that I've always known about. And ran across these, and I was like, what is this? Like, this is a chunky look how big that is. It's a larger than magazine, like traditional American magazines. And I actually did a piece of art of this one. Look how cool he is. And Chris had a great idea for me to do, I think it's Boris Karloff's great monsters, to do a piece of art for each one. So I'm planning on doing that for October, because they're kind of, you know, monsters. But like Frankenstein, a big piece about a Frankenstein, his wife, the werewolf, Dracula. I mean, I'm sure the list goes on, but and I never did it last year or the year before. This one got ripped. That is such a bummer. Probably moving it around. I'm gonna have to get my book tape out and fix that. So these are all like within easy reach, and I bought myself art related things as well. I have too many things tipping about over here. I bought myself a big pad of newsprint paper, which I meant to leave right here by the desk, by the couch, because I want to put it right here and open it up while I'm listening to a show and just sketch. And I am thinking about picking up a drawing desk, a low like drawing desk for me for right here. Something, some sort of something. For right now, I could move that over here. That my I have a trunk. It's a trunk that I could pull over here and use as a table as well. Maybe I'll do that. I have my footstool right here for now. I just rearranged the house again. It's one of those spaces. It's a very small space, and I'm dissatisfied with the setup on a large scale, which is my problem, no one else's. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. This magnets to the back of the phone. I have a case, I'm filming so I can't show you. A case on the back of the phone that has a little magnet ring in the case. And this magnet's to the back of the phone right here. And then it flips down like that to be a phone easel. How cool is that? And it's super, like you can tip it until it's very sturdy too. And you can use it like this as just a little L shape and magnet the phone. You can turn the phone either direction. It's Moft is the brand. It was like $32, and this has come in pretty handy. I'm looking forward to using it out and about, when I'm out and about and I want to film things out and about, because it's a little tripod just magneted to the phone. I don't have to bring like an actual like tripod situation. So, what else have I been doing? Oh, I've been really, really looking forward to the second season of Andor, which is starting soon. Started already or starting soon. So I need to rewatch the first season because, you know, you gotta freshen up your story. And then, so I'm looking forward to that. And I have been is it Daredevil? Yeah, Daredevil. I loved the first like 3 seasons of the first show that they did, and they have a second show coming out that is a continuation story, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I'm super looking forward to the new Daredevil series, which just started as well. Loved the first one. It ended leaving me feeling like there was more, and they just never did more. And I'm just kind of hoping that this is like more. So yeah, very, very, very. Sorry, I'm flipping and noticing these little dark cards at the chapters. I don't have my glasses on. Magic is the oldest paradox. The more power it gives you, the weaker you become. Be wary. Be clever. Be good. Magic is the oldest paradox. All right, I mean, that's kind of neat. So at the beginning of it, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I like things like that in a book. Book 1 of The Shepherd King is the series. All right. I'm really looking forward to reading these books. I love a good book. The feel of it, the smell, the flipping of the pages, I mean, who can deny the smell of a book, right? I mean, for those of you that don't like the smell of a book, I apologize, but can't even handle it, man. So I got large, Hobby Lobby had a huge sale. They're clearing out old stock of paper, I guess. I asked if they were going to not carry the Master's Touch brand anymore because they had a huge sale on that line of supplies in the store. So I grabbed the 4 different different sizes of vellum pads, Bristol paper, vellum and smooth. Excuse me, the vellum it's got a slight tooth to it, and I don't often work with vellum Bristol. I usually buy the smooth because for some reason I got it in my head that the smooth is better. I got some illustration paper in the comic illustration paper, a big pad of that. I got a big pad of mixed media paper. I got a big pad of newsprint paper, and I got some, I can show you those too because they're right here. Don't almost spilled that again. I got one of these I'm using with Astrid so that she can paint with Nana. But I picked up, these were 40% off. So the original price is $11.99, 40% off. For a mixed media, this one is, this one's Smooth Bristol. And there are 80 pages. 40 sheets, 80 pages, if you work both sides. Which with Bristol you can because it's a heavy enough paper that it doesn't bleed. And it's nice and it's sewn. And I love a sewn book because it lays flat. I might have to clip it until it gets used to laying flat, but it lays flat and it has a bookmark, and you can do a big spread or you can just work on one side. So I like this size. I like the band. This was like $5. So I got that one as well. All of the paper that I bought was 40% off, which for me was a huge steal. I don't often buy pads. This is really like luxurious faux leather kind of feel. It's very soft. It's a watercolor pad, and I haven't bought one of these in years. The last one that I had like this was very narrow. It was narrow and about this long, and I didn't really care for it. Mostly because it was too narrow, I think. But it's a watercolor pad, and it opens up nice and big, and once again sewn so it will lay flat once you break it in, of course. I got the bookmark all tangled up, and there's a bookmark, a little ribbon bookmark, so that when you're using your book Look at that. Ta-da! Lace flat. So you can work all the way across, do a beautiful landscape out and about. Or you can work just one side. You can work in segments. You can do whatever you want. But I thought this was a steal. Regular price, $11.99 for each of these. So these were each like $6. Plus tax. But I got 2 of these. Astrid's using one of them for her painting sessions, and I have it over there. I could go grab it and show you what she's done. Would you guys like to see what Astrid's done in her book? It's right here. She goes through a lot of paper, and she was using the Artist Loft palette that I have and making rainbows. Just seeing what each color does. Oops. And she stole one of my gnome stickers and tucked it in the book. Look at that. She was just playing with color. She did two pages and was like, and then she was like, can we tear them out? And I was like, no, we're not tearing them out. It's a book. And I tried to show her my painting sketchbooks, and she just looked at me. I'm gonna go watch TV. Fine. Go watch TV then. And she came back and she painted on her little cards, because I have a bunch of offcut papers as well that she paints on pretty regularly. She's gone through almost all of them. So yeah, I got some books. I got some stuff. And I'm really looking forward. I got covers for my little couches for summertime, because that microfiber fabric, it's really soft for the winter time, but in the summer, makes me sweat. I don't like it. And I last thing I need is fabric that makes me sweat and then a hot flash to hit. I mean, I could die. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. I had a great day today. Just out and about. Took a drive. Just driving around looking at the clouds. It was supposed to be gloomy and rainy today. I think it was like 11% chance. And I woke up and there were big puffy clouds in the sky and blue, and it was just pretty out. So I'm like, I gotta get out of the apartment. I just gotta get out of this little box for a little, because I literally live in a square. Like, it's a squarish. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but I work here and I live here, so I don't get out much purposefully. I on purpose don't get out much. I like to be home, but man, there are some days when you just gotta get out of the house. I also got, which I'll film when I have better light. You'll see them later on in the vlog. My hair is being all weird. It's starting to grow out so that it's looking right. It's getting there. I got a stand for my stickers for craft sales. It's one of those spinning ones, and I could just turn this so ooh, or maybe not. I'll film that later. Is it gonna let me? Can you see it? There's the card. The two the paper towels are in the way. The 2 card stands that I got, and then behind the paper towels is my stand for my stickers that I got. I bought these little tabbies that stick on the back of the stickers, so that I can hang them up, because I was using trays at my last couple of in-person events, and man, they take up a lot of table space. And this is so nice. I got it all put together. Astrid helped me put all the little sticker dudes on, and I have so much more room than I thought I was going to have. I can go ahead and throw my other designs on there. I wasn't going to reprint the other designs because I knew I wasn't going to have enough space on the table for them to all lay flat next to each other. But with this stand, I can go ahead and print up the other designs that I've made and bring them with, which is great. I have a line on a couple of in-person sales for I wanted to do April, but it's here. like Easter's here. So I actually lined up Pacific Northwest Crafters. I joined their Facebook page. They have a couple of events coming up throughout the entire year. So I think there were 3 throughout spring and summer. There's a marketplace one that I want to hit. And then there are a couple different ones throughout the holiday season, October, November, December as well. So I'm building up stock, getting things lined up, making all my things. I'm going to make magnets, which I've never done. So that'll be an adventure. You'll see it. You'll see it. It'll come. And I think that's it for now. I'll check back in a couple of days. Because for right now, I think I'm going to clean up my books. Put them... I'm going to clean up my books a little bit and scoot that box over here and get out my newsprint and set that over here so that it's just here and ready to use. My pencils are right behind me, so I don't have to worry about them being over on this side. And I'm going to start sketching in that because there are a couple of ideas that I've had for a long time that I want to get worked out in the newsprint. And I didn't realize that newsprint pads are also acid-free paper. So they're not gonna, I got it in my head that for some reason newsprint artist pads were not acid-free and archival, and they are. I think most papers are, like for scrapbooking and art, are for the most part acid-free. I would be careful, like with printed stuff, make sure, but yeah, try not to worry about it too much. What else? Got the Cricut out, so I'll be making stickers and restocking the designs that I ran out of at my last event. I ran out of 6 or 8 different designs. I'd have to count again. They're out there on the bar. That I need to reprint. I'm going to revamp some of my sticker sheets, and then my kids liked that my gnomes, my little gnome dudes, I have some of them related. So I was thinking about creating a family tree of my characters. What do you think? Should he be an uncle or a dad? So I have that in the works as well. I've been mulling it over all day. I do have some of my characters that are brothers and sisters and cousins and friends. Like the girls, some of the girls are not related, but they're friends from school, that kind of thing. And I thought I'd throw those together in a little family tree print. Thought that would be fun. Yeah, so I have stuff to do. I have lots of things to do, actually. I actually started getting books or boxes together to pack my handmade books in, because I make handmade watercolor, sketchbook, and journaling books. And mine are full of journal, like the journaling books are for writing in, and the art books are for arting in. I don't go too overboard or even at all over decorating the individual pages, but I will decorate the covers and make the binding and make them different sizes and make them unique. So I'm collecting boxes for those that I can package them really nicely. So that's in the works as well. And I discovered a new facet of Google Calendar, which I use Google Calendar for my stuff. And I went ahead and scheduled out a bunch of tasks that I need to complete tonight, tomorrow, and throughout the week. So there'll be sticker making. I have the Patreon tutorial is recorded, and I scanned the tracing for the art for the hummingbird tutorial, which is very step-by-step. You can paint along with. And I'm providing the tracing for that. And then, so it's already up on the channel. By the time you see this, it'll be up on my Patreon channel. And I think I'm going to do a little, I think I'm going to start doing a little time lapse of the tutorials, like condense them into a time lapse for YouTube to introduce the Patreon tutorial. If you would like to paint with, you can come over to Patreon, that kind of thing. Because my tutorial and sketchbook videos, the Sketch With Me videos, are my $5 tier. And you get all of them. Like, you get all the videos that I do. Vlogs, sketching, tutorials. I have several playlists up. And then I think there's 167 videos on there right now, and I'm trying to make them more, the tutorials more lessons, and then the sketch sessions are more me just sketching, and you can get out your sketch pad and sketch with me if you want. You can sketch the same thing I'm sketching, or you can sketch whatever else you want to sketch. I do those Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I am very off schedule right now with all of my Patreon stuff. But April's got tutorials going up today. I have to get in Photoshop and do the Photoshop stuff. We drew badgers. I'm drawing badgers in my sketchbook, and I lined up all the pages of my sketchbook. I picked an animal, wrote the animal that I'm going to draw on that spread in the book through the rest of the pages, so I'm going to be doing that over the next several days. So you'll be seeing lots of sketch session videos popping up on Patreon as well. And the sketch session videos run about 40 minutes. The tutorials can be anywhere from let's do a quick tutorial together, 30 minutes, or it can be an hour and a half. I'm going to try to keep them at an hour and a half. I don't really want to go 2-3 hours because that's a very long lesson. Unless people become interested in that, which I could do an additional maybe every other month really long lesson, an in-depth kind of step by step, depending on how long it takes. A colored pencil would be good for that. Can't think of what else would be good for that, for something that takes that long. One of my collage pieces, my mixed media pieces that I want to do on canvas, those are very long. So maybe I'll do that too. I have lots of stuff coming up that I'm working on. I'm very excited about my new books and my new art pads. And I couldn't believe that sale. It was so great. All right, I'm going to stop talking now. That's all I have for right now. I am looking forward to Daredevil. I'm looking forward to Andor. It's spelled A-N, so I'm saying Andor. I'm hoping that they're going to come out with another is it Ahsoka? Ahsoka? I never remember her name, but that show. Season 2, I believe, of hers, and then I really liked the Hulk. I'm kind of bummed that they're not doing more of that. That was fun. It was fun. And then, what else? What other shows am I looking forward to? Oh, I was watching The Handmaid's Tale. You guys, I'll end on this one. I'm doing a check-in about The Handmaid's Tale. If you've watched it, I have 2 more episodes coming up the end of the month. There's one coming out in the next couple of days and one at the end of the month. And I thought it was the end of the end. And I don't think it is. I think it's ongoing. I have to do some research and find out. I've been avoiding this show for so long. I just was like, I don't want to watch something sad. And it is just a terrible, tragic tale. It's a terribly tragic tale. Everybody's just horrible. Just dang. I personally don't recommend it because I don't like sad tales. I got sucked in. Once you're in, you have to know what's happening. But these people are horrible. Horrible to each other. Horrible. The epitome of ick. And I can't, I'm fast forwarding through all of it's like, this long, drawn out shot of the main character's face and her thinking about what's going on, or her feeling her feelings, and the shot is taking so long. All right, I get it, she's sad, she's hurt, she's devastated, she's whatever she's feeling, but do we need almost 45 seconds of just music and her face and just her epic pain? All right, are we gonna get on with the story? And they do that with everyone. Everyone's just looking off in the distance, thinking about thinking their hard thoughts and feeling their hard feelings, and just dang. Very Dr. Zhivago is the only movie, and I'm not comparing the two at all, but that's the movie that popped in my head a couple of days ago when I was watching just the long, epic, drawn out scenes and just the crazy close, I don't know. And the story is, it's a good story. It's a tragic tale. Tragic, heartbreaking, just heart-wrenching, just levels of people being just terrible to each other. And I don't like those kinds of shows. I just thought it was going to be a sad tale, and I thought it was set in different times too. I thought it was set, I don't even know, 1800s? Dark days. It's not. It's current times, possible current times storyline. And I was like, I just thought, at any rate, that's where I'm going to leave those thoughts. I personally can't recommend it, but if you like a tragic, sad tale that's really told in an epic way, like, and you want to like sit there and watch them feel their feelings and be all, hiding behind your blanket, go ahead and watch it. But man, people get away to get caught again. Or you think they're going to do the thing. Like they've got a plan again. And they're going to do the thing again. They're going to rescue the girl again. Like the same person. I don't want to give too much away, but they're trying to rescue the same person over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, just you guys, you're making me upset. I spent more time talking to this TV and these characters these last few weeks than I should be. So, yeah, been lost in that for the last couple of weeks. It's just a lot. So much so that I haven't even read books. Like, I got to get through this. And now I'm caught up, and I thought it was over. They only had 10 episodes this last season, current season. And it's like it's now. And I'm like, oh, crap. I thought it was going to be done. Like, this is the last season. They're going to resolve all the things, and the story will end. And we'll be done. And I thought there were books too, and I'm like, well, I'm so glad I didn't even get on board with the books, because that would have been really sad. Because once I'm in a book, in a storyline, I have a really, really hard time not finishing the story. Even if I don't care for it, I will push through just to close the story, because I'll think about it in my head too much. The 2 stories this year that I have not finished, How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. It's a book that's up there. It's a very Hallmark story, not my thing. Too sweet, too clean, too fantastical. Not just, nah. And I haven't read romances, like true romance stories, in forever. And then the Golem and the Jinn, or the Genie, it's Jinni. Jinn? At any rate, you know what I mean. That story is so sad. It's another one that's just sad. I mean, I get it. Life is hard, but dang, it's a story. Could we have pockets of happy? Just little pockets of happy to get me through the tragic moments? So I stopped listening to that one. It was an Audible one. It's very long. It's beautifully told, gorgeously written. The narrator's amazing. I just can't continue. I just can't do it anymore. And there's like 5 hours left in the book. So I stopped reading that one, or listening to that one as well. And we're going to move on. We're going to move on to adventure, magic, chaos, dragons, mayhem. That's more on my line. So yeah, I'm going to shut up. I'll talk to you guys later.